So we're just going to start standing holding our squishy ball. And a reminder that it's nice to have a ball have your ball be pretty deflated to 60 to 70, 75%, right? Inflation, something like that. So bringing our feet comfortably under our hips. Just start with holding the ball in front of you with your hands on it, in front of your chest, shoulders relaxed. And we'll just do a little breathing as we press into the ball. So on our inhale, take a nice full inhale and relax everything. And as you exhale, gently pressing into the ball, lengthen the spine. So feel your spine lengthening through the top back of the head. Might just gently pull our chin back a little bit. And then relaxing on our inhale. Take a nice full breath. And again, gently pressing to lengthen the spine and then adding the heel lift and lower and relax as you inhale. Gently pressing as we lengthen the spine, maybe float the heels up and back down. Good, nice full breath. Again, pressing and lengthening, letting the heels float up. Good, and back down. Good, and then just let your arms relax down. We're going to roll down so that we can bring our ball between our feet, between your ankles. And you're going to roll back up. So stack the spine back up. Great. We're going to bring our arms up over our head as we inhale, and then just floating our heels up a little bit. And then as we exhale, we float the heels down, we bend our knees, and we're going to go flat back, reaching the arms out. So a little squat, and then stand back up, right? So good. Inhale, lift, float the heels up as you lift the arms and lengthen up, and then exhaling as you kind of swan dive into that flat back, reaching the arms forward, bending the knees and standing up. So let's do that a couple more times. So inhale, lift, float the heels up, float them down, exhale, reach it out, flat back. Good. And stand up. And actually, let's bring the ball under our right foot. Bring that ball just in front of you slightly with your right foot on it. And we'll add a little challenge to that. So you don't have to lift your heel off the ground this time because that'll be really challenging. But we're going to lift up as we inhale. And then as we exhale, letting that left knee bend, diving forward, flat back. Just adds a little bit of a challenge, and then stand back up. A little stability challenge. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, knee bends as we sweep the arms forward, flat back, and stand back up. And then switch to your other foot, your left foot on top of the ball, which I'm going to need to leave my right foot on top, but you switch. Okay, a couple more times. Right, so inhale, lift up, reach, exhale, sweep the arms flat back as that knee bends, almost like chair position in yoga, and stand back up. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lift. Exhale, sweep them out and forward and flat back. And stand back up. Go ahead and take your foot off the ball. Roll back down to pick up your ball. And roll back up. Great. And then we'll just bring our ball up over our head. So just lifting up tall. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take it over to one side. And then the arm that's on the bottom is going to take your ball all the way down to your leg. Reach back out and lift up. Okay, so inhale, tall. Exhale, over to the other side. Bottom arm takes the ball down as you stretch over. Reach back up and lift. A couple more. Inhale, exhale over, taking that ball down to your leg, and then stretch it back up and lift. Nice deep breath. Exhale over. Ball goes down and lift back up and lift up. Let's take a little back bend. So just looking up, bringing our ball slightly back. And then come up and bring your ball straight in front of you. Holding the ball in the right hand, we're going to follow it back. So just a little twist here and bring it back in front. Left hand takes it back, follow it back, and bring it back. And then full circle. So we're going to take that ball back with our right hand and complete our circle around. And take it in our left hand, follow it back, take a full circle around, and just keep going a couple more times, circling that ball all the way around. Feeling a little twisty in your body, letting your body just kind of go with that twist, right? One more. Exhale. Great. And then we'll come to the end of our mat. Wherever you want to be. Put your ball down. Go through our usual routine at the beginning. Okay, inhale, exhale, roll down. And let your body hang for a moment. Bend and straighten the knees. Relax everything. And then we'll walk our hands away from our feet into pike down dog. Spreading the fingers wide, lifting the tailbone. And if you like to just kind of let your body shift around a little bit as you stretch the heels. Maybe rock forward and back if you like. Stretching our back side here. Blood to our brain. And then maybe walking our hands out a little farther and lowering our body down a little bit more, or possibly into plank all the way. Whatever your body feels like doing right now. Be careful your pelvis doesn't go too low. Take a couple deep breaths. Good. And then we'll bring our knees down to the mat and come around to sitting. And this is going to be a little different than what we've done before, but I think you might really like it. So we're actually going to sit on our ball. Really good for our pelvic floor. Okay, so find your ball right under there. This is why it shouldn't be too inflated. Okay, and just crossing your legs here. And noticing just as you sit on the ball, what it does is it just sort of naturally relaxes the pelvic floor. Okay? So what we'll do is breathe and notice to start with. So as you inhale, letting the pelvic floor relax, then exhale. Good. And then we'll bring our right arm up by our ear, and we're going to take a little bend to the left as we roll our right hip sort of off that ball a little bit, right? So you accentuate that stretch. And then lifting back up, coming to center, bringing our left arm up. You're going to take it over to the side and let your left hip sort of roll off that ball a little bit. And bring it back to center. And then arms in front of us, stretch forward. Let your arms kind of slide along the floor, however far they go. And then sit back up. And then we'll come off of the ball. So feeling, just notice how that feels, the pelvic floor area. We're going to put our ball behind our back. So it's going to go right under the rib cage, sort of at the bottom rib area, right? Not completely down, but still low on the back. Hands underneath the thighs. So we're going to lean into that ball or just sort of relax into the ball, right? Inhale. And then as we exhale, tailbone's curled under, and we're just going to lift up a little bit. And then we'll inhale back into the ball. Exhale, lift up a little bit. Inhale, sink. Now see if you can let go of the legs and do that, or you can continue to hang on to the legs. Anytime you want to hold on to the legs, feel free to do so, or just release and exhale, lift. Inhale, sink. Exhale, lift. Little bit of a lift. Not a big movement, right? Exhale. Inhale back. So we're starting to warm up. You'll really start to feel it as we move farther up the back. Okay, and then next time you lift up, go ahead and bring yourself up just so that we can put the ball a couple inches farther up the back, right? So only a couple inches, don't go too far. Again, you might start holding onto your legs. Inhale as we sink into the ball, and exhale, lift up a bit. Inhale, sink, exhale up. And again, let go if you feel like you prefer a little more challenge, or if you need a little help, hold on to your legs. Okay, so inhale, shoulders relaxed. And small movement, back and forth. All right, and then come up so that we can move the ball under the shoulder blades. And now this is where we're used to having the ball, right? So bring your hands behind your head, clasp your hands, and then just arch back over the ball. Take a moment here, adjust it as you need to. Might need a little higher. Yeah, just take a moment to breathe. Really supporting our head with our hands, elbows wide and maybe a little lifted here. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, draw your rib cage towards your pelvis to lift up, right? Inhale as we go back over the ball, really go into that extension, and then exhale. Think of closing the gap between the ribs and the hips, right? Inhale back, exhale, lift, supporting on the head. Inhale back. And we're going to add a little something to that. So as we exhale up, we take a little turn to the left, just a little one, and arch back over that ball and come back to center and exhale up the center. Take a little rotation to the right, arch back over that ball, around the center, exhale up the center. And little turn to the left, going kind of over that left shoulder blade and back around to center, and exhale up, and turning to the right, and rolling back over that right shoulder blade, exhale up the center. Good, now going back, straight back on this one, inhale, and exhale up. Now we're going to float our right leg as we come up, and we're going to put our foot down as we arch back over the ball. And then as we exhale up, we'll just float our left leg up a little bit. Right, just float it up and then put your foot back down as you arch back over the ball. So alternating, just a little march. Inhale back. Exhale, leg floats up as you come up. Inhale back. Exhale, leg floats up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Now stay here and bring your other leg up. So we got both legs up, and we're going to flex our feet, and we're going to go for a little heel tap. So you're going to reach a heel away from you. Exhale it back up. Reach your other heel away and toward the ground, bring it back up. So if you want to make this easier, bend your knees and just touch down like this. Okay, if you want to make it more challenging, you bend from the hip for the upper leg bone, right? So it's kind of up to you. But breathe, it's hard. So inhale and exhale. Inhale away, exhale up. Inhale away. Okay, last one, or try to make sure you're even on both sides, and then put one foot down, other foot down, and then just arch back over the ball. And here, if it's comfortable for you, release your arms and just let your whole body just sort of relax over the ball, if that's comfortable. That depends on your ball. And then also let's extend our legs if that's comfortable for you. Just go ahead and stretch all the way out. So we get a little stretch there. All right, then we're going to bend our knees again, bring our feet back, and then bend your elbows to clasp your hands. Good. Inhale, exhale, come up again, and we're just going to float right leg up, left leg up into tabletop again. So you can flex your feet or not, but we're just going to extend into that single leg stretch. So extending the right leg out and then bending it. Extending the left leg out and bending it, right? Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Or breathe differently if you want. Now let's see if we could add a little rotation. So extend your right leg and see if you can rotate elbow toward left leg, right elbow to left leg, and then a little rotation as you extend. Inhale and exhale. Breathe. The ball really makes you work harder. So take a break if you need to, or stop if you need to. All right. So when we're even on both sides and we come center, one more time, feet come down, and we're going to arch back over the ball again. Okay. And then extending both legs one at a time. And if you want to extend your arms, whatever feels good to you, right, to take a little stretch over that ball. And then we're going to sweep our arms around, reach for our feet, come up, roll up. And take the ball and put it between your legs, between your thighs, like right there somewhere, wherever it's comfortable, on our back. All right, so feet under, close to our hips here, inhaling. As we exhale, curling the tailbone up and peeling our spine, gently squeezing on our ball up into a bridge. And then pressing the hips up as we take a breath here, relaxing our shoulders and our neck. And the next exhale, go ahead and melt your spine back down. Inhale, exhale, peel off the mat again. Inhaling our arms up and over our head, lay them on the ground, and then exhale, melt your spine down. And then we lift our arms up as we inhale, exhale, curl up and reach past your legs, straighten your legs and roll up. Take a stretch. Good. Lifting up as we inhale, sliding the feet in as we roll back down on our exhale, arms by our side. Inhale, exhale, peel off the mat. Arms go over our head, lay on the floor, and we melt our spine down on our exhale. We'll do this little sequence a few times, lifting our arms as we inhale, exhale, squeeze the ball and curl up, and then straighten the legs to help you roll up. And lift up. Inhale, exhale, feet slide in as we roll back down, arms by our side. Inhaling, exhaling, peel off the mat. So really start to get a feeling of our spine like a snake, right? Inhale, arms go over the head, and then exhale, we melt the spine down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, curl up and squeeze. Roll up. Lift. Exhaling back as our arms go by our side, feet slide in. Inhale, exhale, peel off the mat. Good. One more time, arms over the head. Nice deep breath. Exhale, bridge down. Arms lift up as we inhale. We curl up, squeeze the ball, and then straighten and roll up. Lift up, and we're going to come all the way back down onto our back, sliding the feet in. And one more time on that bridge. Exhale, peel off the mat. And we'll stay in our bridge for a few squeezes on our ball here. So pressing the hips up as you squeeze, so as if you could press them up a little higher each time you exhale and give your ball a little squeeze, right? Press those hip bones upward. Just a little bit. A little bit of a press up on that exhale, squeezy. Relax the shoulders. Good. And then relax as you inhale, melt the spine down on your exhale. Let's take our hands behind our head again. Clasp your hands. Good. Inhale. Exhale, curl up or just press your head and shoulders up. Lift your ball, lift your legs. Good. And then we're going to bring our legs or knees towards our head, basically, right? Little squeeze on that ball and lift your hips, bringing your knees a little bit towards you. You can leave your legs up or you can relax them, whatever you want to do, but try not to use the legs, right? We're just using that squeeze on the ball and our low belly muscles to lift our hips a little bit. Hold the head and shoulders steady. Good. And then go ahead and relax down. Let your knees relax and your body relax. Take a moment. Because we're going to add to that, of course, right? So go ahead and bring the legs up again. Inhale. Exhale, press head and shoulders up. And now bring your legs away from you and lift up as you gently squeeze. Bring the legs away, gently squeeze and lift back up. And legs away, gently squeeze and lift. Legs away. Now we're going to put that together. So you're going to bring the legs away, lower your head down a little bit, and then come back up. Lift the hips to bring your knees towards you. So bring the legs away, maybe lower your head slightly. If you want to add more challenge, you don't have to. Lift up and then lift the hips. Right? So it depends on how hard you want to make this. If you lower your head, it's harder, right? Exhale up. If you just want to bring your legs away and towards you, you can do that as well. It's really serious ab work. So try to make it your own for whatever you want to do today. Last one. And then relax down, hug your knees, rock your body. Breathe. Oh. Okay, so let's take the ball underneath our pelvis, underneath our sacrum, right? So under the sacrum there, balancing on it, and just bring bring both knees in. And we're going to extend our left leg to the ceiling, hold on to your right knee and stretch that left leg all the way down to the ground. And just kind of pull your rib cage a little bit toward the ground, right? So if we pull our rib cage down a little bit, we accentuate that stretch. And then slide your left leg back in and hold on to it, right leg up. and stretch that right leg down as you pull your left knee in. And then just sort of gently pull your ribs downward and stretch that hip flexor psoas a little bit. Breathe. It's a very gentle hip flexor psoas stretch, really passive, gentle way to do it, right, with the ball. Not as serious as the roller. Okay, bring that knee in. So we've got both legs in, and we're gonna, arms on the ground, we're gonna bring our legs up and come into frog. So heels are together, knees are pointed out, toes are pointed out, heels are touching, right? And you're gonna pull your heels in towards you as you inhale. On the exhale, we're gonna stretch our legs out, squeeze together. Good, inhale, bend in, open those knees. Exhale, extend the legs out. Find that angle for you, right? So wherever your legs want to go, where you feel your abs a bit, but they're not too low, right? You don't want your legs to be too low when you're on the ball. And we're going to add to that. So next time we stretch out, we're going to stay here, point the toes, open the legs apart, circle them back up and together, externally rotated. Bend the knees, always keeping your legs externally rotated. Pull it in, exhale, stretch it out, point, open, circle around and up. Heels come together, bend the knees. Pull it in, exhale, stretch out, point, open, circle around, back to the top and bend. Good, inhale, stretch out, open, circle around, together, and bend. One more. Exhale, stretch it out. Open and around, together, and bend. Good. And then just go ahead and straddle the legs out. So we get a little stretch in the inner thighs and legs. Just maybe support with your hands if you want. Just a little stretch there. And then bring the legs together, bend them, put your feet on the mat, and let's just press our hips up off the ball while we're here. So finding you'll still have it under you, but you're lifting up into somewhat of a bridge, however high you want to go, and just figure out which leg wants to go first. You're going to lift that leg up, and we're going to lower into the ball and press up. Lower and press up. Inhale into the ball, exhale, press. Exhale, press. This time we're going to stay up. So press up and then extend that leg out. Just unbend it, lower it down, lift it up and bend it back in, lower into the ball. Press up, straighten the leg, lower it down a bit, lift it up, bend it in and back into the ball. Press up on your exhale, extend a little bit down, doesn't have to go very far. Lift it up, bend and lower. One more. Press, extend, lower, lift, bend, and put that foot on the mat. Your legs relax here. And for the other side, press those hips up. And switch to your other leg. Bring that knee up. Inhale, lower into the ball. Exhale, press up. And your arms can be here if you like. They can be flat on the ground, or you can press your upper arms into the mat. Good. Sometimes that's more helpful to lift. Then we're going to stay up on this one and extend that leg. Lower it down. Lift it up. Bend, relax into the ball as you inhale. Exhale, press up, straighten that leg out, lower down, lift up, bend, relax. Exhale, press up, extend, lower however far it wants to go, lift it up, bend, relax into the ball. And straighten, lower, and lift. Bend, lower into the ball, relax, put that foot on the mat. And then we're going to press our hips up as high as they'll go. Take that ball out from under us and articulate your spine down. Woo. All right, now I think my legs need a stretch. So grab hold of your legs, pull them in, and just maybe even curl into a ball if you like, whatever feels good to kind of give your hips a little stretch, right? And then we'll use our ball to help us roll up. So just go ahead and put it between your legs and then squeeze your ball and rock up. We're going to sit with our legs in a straddle. Again, if you need to, if your legs don't straddle very easily, you can bring your feet together. But we'll just do a little stretch here with our hands on the ball. So lift the sits bones, good, lifting tall, and then roll the ball away, forward, and hands up, roll it away. And so your feet are together, you're rolling it over your feet. Probably, that's okay, just roll it out. Roll it back in. And then when we stack up on this one, we'll pick up the ball, and you can either have your legs in that diamond or in the straddle, either one, but we're going to sit really tall, right? So we're going to bring the ball in front of our chest, hands in the ball, shoulders relaxed. But as we inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine, gently press into the ball, feeling our spine lengthen, and exhale, twist. Won't be very much of a twist. Inhale, center, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist. Again, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Good, and back to center, relax your arms down. We'll bring our ball between our legs. Take hold of our thighs, between your thighs. Hold, inhale. As you exhale, curl your tailbone under to round back. And then we're going to just straighten our right leg, bend it, put the foot down, pull ourselves back up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, gently squeeze as you round back to your sacrum. Straighten your left leg. Foot on the mat. Pull yourself back up. Inhale, exhale, again, round back. Now let's lift both legs up. Straighten them. Bend them. Feet on the mat. Pull ourselves up. Good. Now see if you can take your ball and do this roll up with your ball in your hands, but if you rather not, you can use it between your legs. You can have your legs bent or straight, doesn't matter. But we're just going to do a little rolling up and down with the ball. So inhale. As we inhale, we're going to lengthen our spine tall. Exhale, squeeze the ball with your hands to round back. I like to let my legs bend and straighten, so you can do that as well. Take your ball back a little bit. Inhale, lift, head and shoulders, squeeze the ball to help you roll back up. So squeezing with our legs or squeezing with our hands. Now let's take it around the world. You're going to take your ball over to the left slightly, and you're just going to roll back. So you're slightly on the left side of your spine. Take it over to the right. Exhale as you squeeze and roll back up. Now you're just barely on the outside of that leg, so you don't go very far. Come center, and then take it over to the right. Exhale, roll back, and then bringing our ball up. over, around to the left as we inhale, we lift head and shoulders, exhale, squeeze into the ball. So around the world is just a little bit harder than a regular roll up. Come center. Okay, so inhale over to the left, exhale, roll back. Take it up and over. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the ball, roll back up. Last one, come center. Last one, take it to the left, exhale, round back. And take it up and over to the left, inhaling, squeezing and exhaling up. And back to center. Okay, we're going to come onto our side. This is going to be new and different, so you have to wake up for this one. No, it's changed my mat here. Okay, so putting the ball between underneath our rib cage, right, kind of low there under the ribs. And to start with, I like to do this lateral bend. So let's do that to start with. So with our top leg straight, bottom leg bent, we're going to just sort of take a nice rib opening stretch here, right? Breathe. It's good for our spine to bend this way. We don't do very often normally in life. All right, and then we're going to come up onto our elbow. And we're going to let this bottom leg bend and this top leg bend just comfortably. Just kind of let your top leg be behind your bottom leg. And we're going to press elbow into ground. And just to get a sense of where our rib cage and the ball are, we're just going to let your ribs relax into the ball and then press your arm into the mat and just lift up, right? And again, relax into the ball and then press and lift up and stay there. So you feel like you're almost lifting up off the ball. And then extend your top leg with the foot flex. We're going to do kicks. Now, if you can balance, go ahead and bring your arm up. So we're going to kick forward as we inhale and stretch back on our exhale. Inhale, kick, exhale, reach. So if it's too much to balance here, you can always put your hand down. Inhale, kick, exhale, reach back. Inhale, kick, exhale, reach. Nice deep breath. Kick and stretch. Last one. And then when we reach our leg back, you can let it bend and relax down. Take this top arm and we're going to round and reach through. So a little thread the needle type of stretch, just reaching underneath your arm on the mat there. Good. And then come up and take the ball in that hand. I don't know if I told you to get on. If you're on your right leg's on top, the ball's under your right hand, okay? Because you want to stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll with our hand on the ball. We're going to roll it out as we extend our top leg, right? And just stretch. And then bring it back in as you bend the knee to come back up. We'll bring that ball between our calf and our thigh on that top leg. So we're still up on our elbow. You're going to squeeze and press into the ground with your elbow. We're going to just bring our leg behind us and return it, right? So pull it back and back to where you started. Inhale, back and release. Back and release. Breathe. And then next time we bring it back here, we're going to make a circle with that leg. So just kind of lift it up, bring it back, around and forward. Lift it up. So circling that hip joint, right? So nice big circle. Good. Good. Hanging on to that ball. And then reverse your circle. This is also why you want a fairly squishy ball for things like this. It's harder to hang on to it. Okay, so lift, reversing our circle. Holding on to the ball obviously engages those glutes and hamstrings. All right, last one. And you can just let your leg relax down. We're going to bring the ball between our calves, straighten the leg. At least that's where I like it. You can put it somewhere else. Straighten the legs. Make sure you're kind of in the front end of your mat, lying on the arm. Relax your head and neck there. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, float the legs up. Inhale, float them back down. Exhale, float the legs up. Inhale, down. Exhale, and then we'll add the torso as well, right? So as we lift the legs, we'll just press the torso up, and then inhale, lower everything down. Exhale, press the torso up. As you lift your legs, inhale, lower down. And then guess what? We'll go into a little teaser. So next time we press up, exhale, press up, you're going to roll back, slide that bottom arm, let your knees bend to bring yourself up into that little bent-legged teaser, right? You can straighten your legs if you want. Roll back onto your side and back where we started. Good. Inhale, exhale, lift everything, press up, roll back, slide that arm, bring yourself up, maybe straighten, and then back down the way we came. Good. Take a break, inhale, exhale, press everything up, roll back, slide that arm, come up. Now we're going to stay here just for fun. We're going to take that ball out. Your legs can be bent or straight. With our left hand, we're going to follow it back and just a little rainbow and then a little twist, bring it back. With our right hand, we're going to follow it back. However far you go, doesn't matter. It's kind of take it back. And you can also take it directly to the side if you prefer, but just kind of follow that ball back, little twist. Good. And then we'll put it back between our legs where we were. Roll back onto our side. Oh. Okay, bend the knees. We're going to come up and do the other side. Trying to make teaser more interesting, is it? I don't know. Okay. So we're going to bring it under here and just do one little stretch, lateral flexion of our spine with our top leg straight, our bottom leg bent. Take a few breaths, expanding our rib cage. All right, and then come up onto the elbow. And then this top leg is bent, bottom leg is bent comfortably there. And let your rib cage just sort of sink into the ball and then press it and lift it up, right? So get a feeling of where that ball is in relation to the rib cage, basically. Sink it in and then press it up and stay there. Good. And then this arm up if you want, straighten top leg. Kick and reach. Inhale, kick. Exhale, reach. Kick and stretch back. Staying lifted as if you're lifting off the ball a little bit. Kick and reach. Next time we stretch back, go ahead and let that leg bend and relax. We're going to do a little dive through, thread the needle, reach through. And then come back around to take that ball with your hand that's in the front, right? And you're just going to roll it away from you as you stretch your top leg. Just do a little bit of a side stretch, kind of gets under the shoulder. And then roll it back in, letting your knee bend. And then we'll put that ball behind our knee. How many places can we find to put the ball? Okay, so pressing into the ground, we're just going to pull the leg back and release. Pull and return. So we're not letting our hip move, right? We're just pulling the thigh back and then return. Hanging on to our ball. And then we're going to circle. So you're going to circle the leg, try to just move that hip joint a bit. And reverse our circle away. Feels good in my hip. I hope you guys like it. All right, and then we're going to put the ball between our calves, lay on our arm. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, float the legs up. Inhale, let them float down. Exhale, float up. Inhale, down. Exhale, float up. And adding also that pressing up of our torso as we float the legs up. And then inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, float up. Inhale, lower. Now we're going to throw that teaser in there. Exhale, lift up. Slide the bottom arm as you roll back and come up. If you want to straighten the legs, you can. Roll back down. Play around with teaser, right? Relax. Inhale. Exhale, press up. Bottom arm slides down as we roll back and up. Teaser. And roll back onto our side nice and gracefully. I forgot how many we did. Okay, exhale, press up on the other side. Slide back. We'll stay here on this one. Take the ball out. See if you can straighten your legs, but they don't have to. And then reach back with one arm. Bring that ball forward. Back the other arm. And bring it forward. A little rotation and teaser. However far your arm will let you go. All right, when you're even on both sides, we're going to put that ball back and we're going to roll back onto our side. We'll be sore tomorrow. Okay, bend your knees. Take your ball out from under you. Roll onto your back. Okay, actually, we need to come onto our front. Let's do a roll up though. So we're going to take our ball in our hands, reach for our feet, squeeze the ball and roll up. Stretch for your feet. See if you can grab it with your ball. Forgot we need to come onto our all fours next. So we're going to come onto our all fours and put the ball between our knees. What is it about Fridays, right? I don't know. Okay. So finding your hands spread wide, fingers spread wide, or if you need padding under your hands, right? We're going to inhale here as we exhale. We're just going to round the back, pressing back a little bit toward our heels, and then lifting up and coming into an arch. And then tuck your toes into the mat. Inhale, exhale, round the back. I like to press back because it's such a nice stretch. So you can press back and then lift back up and then float your knees off the ground. Just hover. Lower the knees and arch. Good. And then exhale, round the back. Press back. Lift up, float the knees. And lower down. and arch. Good. And again, rounding, pressing back, bringing our torso up, float the knees, stay here, and see if you can just do little squeezes on your ball, just a little tiny squeeze and hover. And lower the knees down and arch. Go ahead and press back to your heels just for a moment. Stretch back. And we'll bring our ball underneath our sternum. So our chest, right? So you want to make sure you avoid that little plug. That'll hurt. So you want to put, if you have a little plug in your ball. Okay, so put the ball underneath your chest like a pillow, right? So it's there. And we'll bring our arms by our side swan position here with our forearms on the ground, kind of reaching our shoulders, sliding our shoulder blades down, right? So inhale as we let our head relax over that ball. So your chin just kind of rests in your ball, right? And then on our exhale, we press our arms into the ground, lift up and lengthen our spine out and up. And you can even lift up a little bit off the ball if you want, and then relax down. Let your head relax over the ball. Inhaling and then exhaling as if we were going to roll that ball away. We're trying to push it forward with our chest, lifting up. Head in line with the spine, and then lower back down. Again. Exhaling as you lengthen, try to push that ball as you reach out and up. Shoulder blades reach down and relax. Okay, and let your head relax. And then we'll come up to, with our head lifted in line with our spine, we're just going to press up a little bit and then float our arms off the ground. So you're going to really feel your back engage, but you also should feel a little bit of support. So lift up as much as you can, and then we're going to reach both arms up over our head, sweep them out and reach for our feet, lift a little higher, then elbows bend to bring the arms back where we were. If you need to rest in between, you can. Otherwise, stay lifted off the ground. Keep your arms up if you can. So we're going to reach out, sweep the arms, lift a little bit, elbows bend to come back to start position. Okay, and you can kind of rest a little bit there, and then reach arms overhead, sweep back and lift, circle around. Back. One more. Reach overhead, sweep back and lift, and then let your elbows bend to bring your arms back and put your arms on the ground. Go ahead and press up into a swan, lifting up off the ball, however far you're comfortable going, right? And then we're going to lower down and take that ball out from underneath our sternum, our chest, and put it overhead with our hands on top of it, arms straight, looking down. And we're going to press into that ball to lift up as we lift our left leg and relax back down. And then pressing into the ball as we lift our right leg and lower down. So just breathing with this, pressing up, lifting one leg, lower down, pressing up and lifting the other leg, lower down. And then how about both legs? Lifting both legs as we press into the ball and relax down. And again, press and lift both legs. Down One more time. And lower down. And relax. And then take your ball in your hands. And we're just going to float up, lifting the ball, float up off the ground a little bit. Ball goes in our left hand, both arms reach back, and we're going to switch the ball behind our back and then bring it forward and lower down. And then lift up, right hand takes the ball back as we switch behind us, bring it forward and lower down, relax. 2 more, lift a little bit. Doesn't have to be very much, just enough to lift that ball off the ground, right? And bring it around and lower down. Lift and behind and switch overhead and lower down. So that was a lot of back work. So come onto your elbows and come up to your knees and stretch back onto your heels. Yeah. You might want to have your ball with you or not. If you want your hands on the ball, you can kind of get a little stretch under the shoulders. And then we'll come up to sitting. And bring ourselves into a straddle or the diamond, or another way to sit if this isn't comfortable. And we'll just take our ball into a saw with us. So legs shouldn't be too wide apart, right? Sitting tall, you're going to twist over, put the ball just outside of that leg, anchor the hips and roll it toward your foot. Roll it back in. Good. And switch. We can bring it up and over if you want. Take it to the other side. Roll it toward your foot. Anchoring the hips. Roll it back in. Lift it up and over. Take it to the other side. Roll it toward the foot. And in. So we really just want to feel that stretch in our hips and our shoulders, right? That saw is so good for. Lift it up and over. And then whenever you feel even on both sides, I just want to show you one thing and see if you like it or not, but bring your ball behind your head as like a pillow. So this is really going to depend on how inflated your ball is, but it's a really nice thing. And I kind of want to just give it to you as a tool more than anything. So if your ball is right under your head, if your head's way up here, it's not going to work. It can't be too lifted. But if you just want to just press your head into the ball. So basically you're just going to press straight down into the ball and then release, right? So press straight down and then relax. That's all it is. Press straight down and then relax. Press straight down and then relax. And then just let your head roll side to side a little bit. So just kind of take your head side to side. Yeah. And you can also circle if that's comfortable. You can make a little circle with your head, or you can just take it up and down like that, right? Vertical and then horizontal, or a circle. Just kind of depends on your ball, how that feels to you. Yeah. It's kind of nice for a little bit of a neck release. And then just come up whenever you're ready, and notice how your head and neck feel afterwards. So see if that's something that might be useful for a little neck relaxation and release. All right, thank you all for coming. We lost a few along the way.